little bit. A little. There are thousands of people tuning in to watch hockey through live streaming. If you've got a business or product you want to push to like-minded people, like a tomahawk, it's time for you to reach out, contact us now, so we can tackle a strategy and put your business in the top corner. Well, that's enough of my dribble. It's time for you to get out of the dugout, get off the bench, and get your business into the game.
Sydney Hockey is pleased to be working with Save Life Fire and Medical this year to provide all of our players and event staff the best and safest environment to compete in. Save Life offer a wide range of solutions for medical and safety services. So if you need a risk management plan, fire wardens, medical responders, water, safety and rescue services, or training in any of these areas, contact Save Life for a confidential quote and appraisal of the best solution for your circumstances. Go to savelife.com.au for more information.
And welcome to Sydney Olympic Park. We're here for Premier League Grand Final Day. Starting out the action, it's a Premier League 3 Grand Final. It's Ryde Hunters Hill on screen, taking on Macquarie University. Dave Moore here with Pete Bush. Pete, it's a ripping spring September day.
It's a beautiful day, Dave. Considering last week for the Sydney League Grand Finals is near cyclonic conditions, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today.
Lovely conditions here. We can see Macquarie warming up on screen. The road to the finals for both teams. They both finished 1 and 2 on the ladder. Macquarie finishing first, Ryde second. So they played each other in the first week. Ryde mounting a huge comeback in that game. They're down 2-0 at three-quarter time. Turned that around to a 4-3 win. Moorebank and Sutherland won through in that first week. Then Ryde took on Moorebank last week. It was a 2-1 victory for the Panthers, while Macquarie Uni had a 3-0 win over Sutherland in that game. And so it leaves us today, Macquarie Uni taking on Ryde in the grand final. We'll have a look at the Ryde team list in a second. Aidan Chong in goals. They're coached by Greg Finley. I had the wrong name out to Paul there. My apologies. Leading goal scorer this year, young Joshy Robson, 18 goals, scored last night in their under-17s grand final game. They've got a few from that under-17s team, the likes of Cedric Timpers as well. And Alex May, number 60. I think he was the player of the game in the grand final last night for the under-17, so he'll come into it with a bit of confidence. Well, there's plenty of experience as well. Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones. Everything in there through the Ryde team will come through Alex Jones. There's some great young players coming through. They're under-17s who won the Metro League last night. So it's great to see them coming through Premier League 3 into Premier League, hopefully moving through the grades in the coming years.
That's right. And the Macquarie University team, they did finish top of the pops this year, minor premiers. Blake Hudson, the captain, 25 goals, so he's definitely one to look out for. And Angus Maher as well. He's got 7 goals to his name. Callum Fairburn in goals. Jack Dean will be very, very strong at the back for them, and coached by Liam Dixon. Umpires this afternoon, Cooper Alderton and Tom Carter. So Tommy in the hat. Very experienced umpires, despite the fact they're quite young, but they've had a lot of first grade games under the belt.
A lot of PL1 experience, and have done a great job in the coming years, and have been at the under-18s nationals this year, both of them. So some experience, but youth there, and some really good quality umpiring coming through in PL3 this year.
And Ryde are the reigning premiers after winning in 2020. So last year, obviously, the COVID-disrupted season. Been around the top as Macquarie University. They've been around the top this year, all the way through. Macquarie do have a good old cheer squad here with them today. I think the Ryde one will be building as the day goes on with Ryde in all 3 games.
They've got a lot to leave up to the Macquarie Uni cheer squad after seeing the bench stick cheer squad in the Sydney Leagues last week.
Yeah, they definitely had the cake as
a
the
very,
cheer squad today.
very high bar set by Ben Sticks last week. Well, this should be a good game. Top 2 teams, best 2 teams by a country mile in PL3 this year. And some great young players in the Ryde team, a couple of experienced heads who will guide them around the field.
As we are underway, Premier League 3 Grand Final. It's Macquarie Uni who are on the ball, taking on Ryde Hunters Hill. So Macquarie Uni with white with a dash of pink, and Panthers in their black and white. So it'll be a sideline hit. So Newton to take for Macquarie. He's got a couple of options, working hard in midfield. Looks up the line. So looks out for Munro. Worked out onto the left-hand side. Jones there with a strong tackle. Maltman looks to clear. Out to Grice. He'll look up the line, find Campy. Ryde Royalty is a Campy. Looking for Declan Russell as well. That is Macquarie Uni taking it. Nice turn there by Simmons. Now Dean over it. Working nicely through midfield. Out through Kieran Nicol. Out through that right-hand side, just not quite on the same wavelength.
Just a little bit narrow there, the Macquarie University attackers. All making the same lead, so they'll need to be a little bit more aware of what their other forwards are doing in their leading up high.
So Jones just looks to clear the lines, getting an overhead away. Robson's got ahead of it. He's kept it in as well. Lovely play. Campy and Russell weren't quite aware to that, but if either was on the front foot, they may have got to that contest first. But Macquarie doing well, just holding the ball up the sideline. It's turned over. May's working hard on the right, but it's picked off. Well done by Hudson. We did mention he's one to look out for this year.
Very, very quick on the play there. Very bit slow in the change there from the right player. The ball was on to go out to the right there.
Now it's out through that left-hand side. It's Newton trying to work his way, but it's Liam Phelan, one of those younger players for Ryde. It's given as a Macquarie free hit.
It's interesting to see both teams playing with a similar playing structure here, both with a 3 at the back, with a floating defender on the hot spot.
Half a chance here, but unfortunately they're just off the foot there. The ball almost opened up nicely towards him there. So it's Ryde chance to clear. You can see Macquarie on screen implementing a strong press at the moment. Comes out to Retford. Will take the sideline hit. No. That's good charging down from Ma.
Good stretch from the Ryde team here. Playing with 3 high strikers here. Looking to get past, to break through the lines there.
That was Jones looking for one of those high strikers in Robson. You can definitely see how quick he is.
Very dangerous young player up there. Great ball from Alex Jones there. So
it's far corner of the pitch, Newton with it. It's Ryde's turn to put their press in place, and they force that turnover. Jones out to Caton. Can he turn forward? He does, but it's picked off by Munro, and now they look to clear Macquarie. Can they get a high forward? They've put it out to space, but it's well done by Retford. He keeps it in. Maltman now. Good jink to get past one. He's got options left, right, goes alone. We'll look for that option right. It's Phelan. First chance brewing for Ryde here. Gets it on the tomahawk. Can he draw for short corner? He does.
Well done. Almost ran that a little bit too far there and closed down the space, but they were able to recover that situation quite nicely.
I thought the first shot of the game was probably coming, and it may have happened if the ball did get released a bit earlier
there, yeah.
But he did well in the end to win a penalty corner. So we know Jones is probably the threat here from the penalty corner battery, while Russell will always rate himself.
Yeah. This would be a test for Fairburn in the uni goal. Let's see what sort of penalty corner defence they run.
And you always know grand final days, scoreboard pressure tends to play a huge role in these games.
Absolutely. In grand finals, an early goal really can change the dynamics of the game quite quickly.
So
There's Alex Jones in the first one battery. Alex Jones at the battery.
So it might not be a huge guess as to who this one's going for. Just waiting for the penalty corner defensive gear to work on for Lawrence Kennedy there. So Caden with the injection for Ryde. First penalty corner of the game, 5 minutes in, and they've broken.
Break. Someone's gone.
I think Kennedy's gone the false start there. It looks like they've done scissors, paper, rock, and Newton's been the one to go to halfway. Probably not a bad result for Macquarie, as it looked like Kennedy was the number one runner.
Kept the faster runner there.
Will this change what happens for Ryde? Does come out to Jones. It looks to be the straight flick. It's well run down.
Well defended.
Here comes Grice. Just goes with the air swing though.
Really well run there by the Ryde runner, or the Macquarie University runner. Very good first line there. Kept his stick and protective equipment in the same plane there, so he was all stick there. That was excellent defensive running.
And Grice would probably be disappointed. He had an air swing when he wasn't under much pressure.
No, that's...
Here comes Jones going forward. It's another chance brewing for Ryde. He's just trying to work his way into the circle.
Here.
It's across the face. It's Robson. And that's a penalty corner there. You see Newton just clattering in to
Probably
Robson.
Needed to be a little bit more patient with his defence there. Just there's no real need to make a harsh tackle there. So he just needed to let the offensive pressure of the striker do some work that he could pick off the defence when he lifted his stick off the ball there. So that's just a little bit impatient defending.
Have a look. Ryde looks to be the similar battery setup this time. Not committing too many numbers forward, but I think that's as well just because Campy's just gone off the pitch, so they're just waiting for
Bit of a change
Wilson
there.
But you saw it's good running from Kennedy.
The defence was excellent last time from Macquarie Uni in their running.
Penalty corner to Ryde. 10 to go in the first quarter. Does come out to Jones. It's a good trap. He gets a flick away this time and saved off the line.
Saved off the line.
Well done by Owen Logan. He's hooked that one for 6. Do have a look at the replay. It's a great save, but it's a goal. We'll come back to live footage, and it's a goal to the Panthers. They've got that first goal of the game. As we're looking at the replay, let's have another look at that. It's a great run into the circle from Phelan, and what superb solo goal. We'll have another look there. Gets past one.
Jinx, some poor defending, and a really, really crisp backhand shot from the top of the circle there from Phelan. Probably a little bit of sloppy defending after a great penalty corner defence there. I think Macquarie Uni had rested on their laurels a little bit there.
They've given the double team tackle there against Ryde. You sometimes get that quick breakaway goal though after the penalty corner. If you can take a free hit quickly, you tend to have numbers advantage at the top of the circle before the other players run back.
And I think the fact that they had done so well there, they were probably a little bit excited with the quality of their own defence there, and it let them go to sleep a little bit in what they needed to do.
So Ryde have definitely got that scoreboard reward now after having a couple of penalty corners. Wilson's over the ball, looks to turn his opponent. Will it fall to Robson? It does. It's 2-0 Ryde. We said he was the one to look out for. That's his 19th goal of the season. Loose ball in, and
some really sharp attacking skills there. And Robson, lucky deflection, but it's still got to put it away. And he showed good composure there in front of an onrushing goalkeeper to plant it right into the corner of the goal past the goalie. It's fantastic striking.
Just snuck under Fairburn there. You know, keeper couldn't have done much more. He came out strongly. So, the perfect start for Ryde.
It'll be interesting to see how Macquarie Uni recover from this. They haven't been behind too many times this year. Hopefully they can get their
confidence
in the game.
But here comes Robson going forward. He's worked past 2. McIntyre looks to take the free hit quickly, just seeing if a defender wasn't 5, but it was well done by Collins. But Phelan just tracks back. Grice just trying to find Singh there, but it's a chance for Macquarie to recoup. There's so long to go in this game. You just got to get a foothold in and then try and work some scoreboard pressure.
It'll be important now for the experienced heads of the Macquarie Uni team just to settle the players down and to realise there is a long way to go in the game. There's only 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, so they've got to just 2-0 is always the most dangerous lead in a game of hockey because it's one goal and it's momentum can turn. So they just need to be a little bit aware that there's a long time to go and be patient with their play.
So it's a fast start for Ryde, but we know in the semi-final when they met, it was Macquarie Uni that had the fast start in that game, and then Ryde came over the top there. So we know. And in one of the earlier results in the regular season, it was Macquarie 4-3 win. The other game was a 4-1 win to Macquarie. So there's been goals for both teams in all 3 occasions.
Well, I certainly don't think Macquarie Uni will end up with a 0 in their goals column.
As Ryde working into the circle, it's Robson that's trying to find a foot there, but it was well defended. Kennedy's got it out to Callum Nicol. He's looking long. He does have Hudson ahead of the play.
An excellent pass.
It's a great trap to cut inside. Cuts inside again. It's a free hit. Taken it to 5 and just cleared. Probably just rushed it a little bit there. Ryde had more numbers around the ball after that initial incursion.
It just shows the danger of Macquarie Uni's high strikers on the counter-attack there. That was really a well-structured bit of play there.
Well, just missed by everybody there, and that one's gone the whole way through. But it was a great trap by Hudson, just to cut inside with the initial trap so then he could beeline towards goal.
We've actually seen that twice though, once from each of the centre strikers there from each seat. Just as the bouncing ball, just a quick change of direction and it really wrong foots the defender. I need to be patient now with this high press Macquarie University.
So it's just a ride with it now. Grice out to Russell, using his pace. It's past Kennedy. That's a great reaching tackle from Kennedy though.
And again, just a little bit of impatience. Had made a fantastic tackle there. Just needed to show a little bit of patience on the ball. He had the position and the position of strength there, so just needed to be a little bit more thoughtful in his distribution there.
So just be a Ryde hit, Phelan.
Be very important for Macquarie Uni to keep this at 2-0 at quarter time.
Looking for a direct ball in. It's a dangerous ball, but it is picked off. Can they get the speed going here? Oh, it's a great charge back from McIntyre to get Chris Taggart. Had to be ball and all there. So if you get just play, you're probably sitting next to the tech bench for a few minutes. They're looking for that overhead again. They've got the goal side attacker, but they couldn't quite get past Jones. And he finds McIntyre. It's had a strong start. That's a good pick off.
Very strong midfield for Ryde today. I think they're overwhelming them with numbers through the midfield today. A bit of speed and a bit of youth in the midfield has been quite telling.
So Retford out to Maltman. They hear the call to go all the way back out, and that's where they do have their experienced group in that back line. That's a good turnover though for Macquarie. Can they come to the right-hand side? It's Hudson over it. Just didn't quite like the options forward. Does a smart thing, recycles possession.
They need to do a little bit more here, Macquarie. You just try and take a little bit of control in the middle of the field.
So look to be Kieran Nicol over the free hit. He just gives it back to Kennedy. From the right player.
Back and around here to change the play. Just be patient around the back. They need to move it from side to side to try to look to create an overload.
Out to Kennedy. He's got space to go forward and he looks to create that space, looking to find the 16 Kieran Nicol there. The option was on, but just couldn't quite execute.
Yep, just a skill error there.
And Ryde looking to find Grice in midfield. I think they're taking the opportunity with the Macquarie Uni substitution in midfield there.
Really poor timing in the substitutions there.
Maltman just in front of McIntyre there.
We just need to make sure that they don't get overwhelmed here in midfield, Macquarie University. There's a press from the high midfielders moving forward too here. Important they can break, just show some patience and try and break the line if they're able to eliminate the midfield line from the game.
That's Rian Simmons over the ball. Looks to switch to play out to Dean. They can release their outside half. They look longer. And Maltman gets the first touch, but it'll be a Macquarie Uni sideline ball. Coming out to Newton. Try now. Good spell of possession this for Macquarie. And they just get a circle entry. Dean's carrying the ball. And Retford just lets that one goes over for a long corner.
Some good defensive positioning there from the Ryde defender, just keeping goal side of the striker. Probably needed to be a little bit quicker with his lead and the distribution from the back there.
So, Ingersoll working its way back through Singota. Now they are starting to get a bit more ball in midfield.
I think they just started to be a little bit more patient with the distribution and just sitting on the ball if they need to. They don't need to make a quick pass if it's not there.
So, good ball inside, trying to find Kieran Nicol. Just missed the trap there, and Ryde can spring forward on the counter. It's Declan Russell. It's got Lachlan Wilson with him. Look to go all in. That's a great pick.
That's another great tackle.
Superb pick from Kendrick Singota there. And here they come on the counter themselves. Macquarie Uni is Collins. Out to the right to Newton. Not a bad free hit from Watson to give away, just sort of out wide.
Just slowing the play there, let him to get their defensive press set. You just need to be aware of the clock here. They don't want another Ryde attack before the end of this half, in this quarter rather.
It's still coming forward through all Macquarie Uni. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Out to Newton.
That's a good pass.
That's a great turn from Hudson. Can he work it into the circle? He does. That's a great tackle from Maltman.
That's really well played from Ryde. Got themselves to the baseline there where they could dominate the possession of the game, and were able to dictate what happened, and were able to get a corner, which was a great play from their attackers.
So it's a really pivotal moment in this contest. You feel if Macquarie Uni score here, they'll feel much better about themselves.
To really make a total change the complexion of the game. Could be a potential momentum swing here.
So it's Patrick Nicol with the push out. We've got Kieran Nicol on the trap. Rian Simmons over the top. Looks to be the straight drag flick. It's taken a touch and it's wide. And that should be quarter time here.
Well defended there.
Ryde lead this one. 2 goals to nil thanks to Liam Phelan and Josh Robson. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the second quarter. Back here for the second quarter of action. Ryde leading this one 2 goals to nil, but Macquarie Uni just having that last chance of the first quarter. Well saved in the end. But it's Ryde in possession. Jones out to Grice. What do you think if you were Liam Dixon in Macquarie Uni's huddle? What would have been the talk at quarter time?
Look, I think they just need to just show a little bit more patience in defence. They think that they have obviously the Ryde players have the legs on the Macquarie Uni defenders. So it's a matter of positioning and just being patient with their tackles. The 2 goals really have come from basically from Macquarie University individual skill errors, a missed trap and a poor tackle. So they just need to be aware of the pressure is really on in the attacking circle on the attacker to do something. So you can be a little bit more patient as a defender and just pick and choose your tackles. And they just need to be a little bit more dominant in their midfield press.
As it comes all the way up now for May in possession for Ryde. It's confronted by Dean. Does well to get past one. It's a good tackle from Dean on the second occasion.
There we go. That's more of a patient piece of defending there from Macquarie University. They got the reward that they deserved out of that one. So that was really well done. Really well done by Jack Dean there.
So it will be Dean in possession. Gets it out to Kennedy on the left-hand side. He's got a high forward leading hard. Singh does pretty well just to halve that contest from Chris Taggart.
Maybe the ball movement needs to be a bit crisper there down the head. Taggart had a bit of space on his defender there, so he needed to be released a little bit quicker down the line there.
And for Ryde as well, Greg Finlay would have been pretty happy with that first half, especially with how they won a lot of ball in midfield.
Yeah, Greg will be really impressed with his midfield in particular. I think they've really been a dominant force in the game here, and it's allowed them to maintain their dominance. Interesting to see how they go. It's the heat could be a factor today. You never know. It seems to be getting every sort of weather at the moment in Sydney.
As here comes Timpers working forward for Ryde. Good tackle against him. Probably the 2 lightest players on the pitch there in a contest.
And that was
often Malachi will be the heavier.
That was good patient defending too. But that's the Ryde midfielder just trying to break through the midfield line of Macquarie University, and they were able to track the lead there and pick it up, which is much better defensive work through the midfield.
I think as well, it's been just a slight shift as well. Ryde, when they were getting that territory early, it was probably through passing rather than running. They've just sort of slipped into a bit of a phase of running with the ball, which is all well and good when you get past 1 or 2, but the ball tends to move faster when you pass it.
It does. It's not under 10, so it's pretty unlikely going to run through 11 players. So the ball will always move faster.
As Hudson's forced into a good trap, gets past Jones, looking for Chris Taggart, just slips at the inopportune moment. Singh gets that ball, probably does well there. There's a sideline hit against him though.
And that's good play from Taggart. He was patient in his press there when he lost the ball. He didn't panic, and he stayed alive in the contest.
So free hit just on the dotted lines. Back to Kennedy. So now. Good skills. Although Ryde just had the numbers crowded there. Robson will get it. Just looks to cut inside. Will get advantage. No advantage given. So does well to win that free hit there, does Robson. And you can see Ryde pushing forward quickly with that free hit, trying to make sure the Macquarie University forwards run back with them.
Yeah, it's important that they keep the Macquarie University players on the move here. They want to wear them out, and the ball movement needs to be a little bit crisper from both teams at the moment. It's just some of the passes just a little bit slow, a little bit bouncy.
You've got to make it easy for your fellow defenders. As Alex May drives it all the way into the circle. Caden sneaks half a chance. It could be Campy. A huge chance for 3. Will it be Robson? It is. Robson gets his second. Ryde lead 3 goals to nil. They were just knocking on the door there and finally got through.
Again, Liam Dixon would be really quite disappointed with that defending there. They had quite ample opportunities there to defend that situation. It's almost a 3-on-1 with the defenders there. The goalkeeper really needs to move that out to the side away from the point of danger there, but he's pushed it back into into the danger area there. Could have cleared, let it roll, then clear it out to the side there.
And look, the Macquarie unit defence are all pretty stagnant there, and you can't be leaving Robson free with that kind of space. But here come Macquarie. It is a chance to get a goal back straight away. And they're doing the obstruction there.
Good attacking play from Taggart there. The important Macquarie unit gets the next goal here to continue to stay in the contest. It's good dogged play coming forward.
And just the obstruction there against May. So it's Macquarie's second penalty corner of the afternoon. Maltman looking a bit sore after that last contest. Good to see Maltman back on the pitch, and big off-season surgery. Very hard to get into the contest. So it's Regan Simmons, the number 50 over the top. Comes his way. Looks for the low drag flick. It's under the keeper, and it is a goal.
Well done.
It's Callum and Nickel. He's got Macquarie Uni back in this contest.
Not the most powerful of drag flicks, but it not dealt with by the goalkeeper, and really good pad work by the Macquarie University striker there. Little deflection from a defender onto the goalkeeper has probably put him off a little bit there. We can see it better from this angle. Yeah, off the defender onto the goalkeeper, and then the Macquarie Uni player staying alive and picks up a good goal. Good for the game, that goal.
Phelan just taking it on the wrong blade of AstroTurf there. As long as that one's consistent all day, that's all you want.
That's all you want.
As Alex Jones looks long to find McIntyre.
Be interesting to see how the Ryde younger players react now after giving a goal away there.
It's also a 50-50 contest. Maltman does well, still going forward. It's Phelan over the ball. He looks into the circles. Maltman's pretty sore. I think he's there. I think there may have been a head knock there to Maltman. We'll have a look at that. It's already down there.
He's up.
Here we'll have a look at this one there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a body check there, so it's just part of the game. There's a turnover here.
Will the Mar win the ball or will the sideline? It's the sideline ball. That's Ryde now, just with Grice. Nice skills to get forward. Oh, it's Watson in fact. He looks to turn his opponent, still going forward, and yeah, penalty corner given there. If it wasn't the first tackle, it was the second, and if it wasn't the second, it was the third.
There was 2 or 3 tackles there that probably he would like to have back again, but he held the player up, so I guess that's the best defence. But as soon as he broke the line there, it had a very straight defensive line, Macquarie University. So this is, again, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. 3-1 half time would be much better than 4-1.
So it's McIntyre over the push out for Ryde. Jones again at the top. They forced a really good save from their last penalty corner, but the first one was run down. Let's see what happens here. Out to Jones. It's a straight flick. It's off the line. It's McIntyre. What a save by Fairburn. Still a chance for Ryde.
Oh, there's another corner there.
And another corner there. Simmons just losing his footing even. Have a look at the replay there. So well done on the
Very
line.
Good defensive play from Macquarie University. They're staying much more alive after the initial save, which is what let them down the first time. And then just a slip. Good umpiring from Tom Carter there.
So it's the same variation, although they've got two runners on the right-hand side this time. Might be a bit of a different approach for Ryde. It's not quite where it's meant to go, but Jones is in space, but doesn't quite make the trap. Still going with the tomahawk, and he gets a goal. It's 4-1 Ryde. Not how it was drawn up by the coach, but it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, just a little bit close to the defender there, allowed Alex Jones to get a turn in, and not a great power, but precision placement. Missed his drag flick, just a little bit close to the Macquarie University defender, allowed the player to turn on the ball.
I think Macquarie are a bit asking for a back of the stick there, but it just hit the front of his stick and bounce over the top. As Robson coming forward into the edge of the circle, and Dean with a strong tackle there.
Needs to be careful with his tackling there.
You do, especially that new interpretation of hitting it over the back line. So Maltman now for Ryde. You said that next goal was really crucial, and it's Ryde that found it. Robson over the ball. He's tying off a hat-trick in the grand final.
Macquarie University will need a goal, I think, before half-time. Otherwise, the game might be slipping away from them.
So it's Grice to May, back to Grice. Now Russell, he'll just look to use his pace. It's a good tackle as well done by Newton there, winning the free hit in the end as well for his trouble. Russell losing his stick for his trouble.
Yes.
That's a long ball in, yeah. That's it.
It's always a
defender's free hit. It's a bit of...
And the same call there on the other side, so that's consistency, that's all you want to see.
Yeah. I've seen that overhead really coming into vogue. Like, not so much at the longer overheads like that, but the last couple of months, a new interpretation, sort of the 20, 30 yard overhead. As Macquarie come forward, Hudson's all alone on the right. If they can get it that far, he's still free, but May makes a second tackle there. Does superbly. He's got McIntyre on the right. He's probably just looking for him to cut inside with the lead, but retains possession well.
And that's an excellent pass.
Out to Robson. Looks for the shot. It's well saved by Fairburn. And just as importantly as the save, he cleared it up out of the circle.
It's different to the penalty corner save, the field goal save. That one's gone to the side, so back out of the danger area. And it's allowed them to settle the play a little bit here.
So Jones now looking long and might find all its way to McIntyre. He can get it forward. It's half a chance for Robson. Can he get his third? It's well blocked by Dean. McIntyre's into the circle again, and it's drawn it onto the body, it looked like.
Yep, good umpiring. Still had another shot there.
They've talked it over, and it's a long corner to Ryde. So Bryce. Retford, he's looking into the circle. Seen that Ryde attackers have been working hard to get that front position.
It's Macquarie University will need to have a real think at half time with their coach Liam Dixon just about the positioning in defence there. They're just letting the strikers receive the ball a little bit too easy from quite long passes. They just need to take a position closer, goal side, so they're able to step into the line there and not be eliminated by a better body position.
Appreciate the comments, Borgie. As it's Ryde now coming forward again. Grice. He's looking for Watson. Another one of that under-17s brigade in the team. Does well and wins a free hit there. We'll be backing up for twos a bit later on.
It's really the movement of the Ryde and midfield and strikers that are keeping them on top here. They're constantly moving and making real nightmares for the Macquarie University defenders.
Singh now trying to get past one, but the double team win out in the end for Macquarie. They just didn't have any numbers ahead of the ball there, and Ryde sort of worked a free hit themselves.
Well, their strikers back there making the tackle, so...
Just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. That's a good trap from McIntyre. Unfortunately, But they've given the penalty corner. I think it's one of those ones where it's
Could have gone either way, that one.
up onto the knee, so sort of a bit of a black and white rule interpretation there.
Yeah. But again, it was the Ryde attacker getting to the ball, making the first field position and getting the ball and having the position of strength. Once you've got that position, you're able to dominate what happens around the circle.
So Ryde talking out over here. So Retford's got the instructions from Coach Finley. If you're Robson, you're calling for a goal. Just any deflection to the right.
Wouldn't be surprised there's a variation coming here. There seems to be space back to the injector. So that might be something that's in play here.
So it's Caton in position.
With the arrow that the Macquarie University players are running through here.
It is out to Jones. It's not the trap that they were after. Out to the right this time. Robson gets a shot away and it's just across the face.
Perhaps not the variation that Coach Finlay would have wanted. So again, the Ryde player gets to the ball first and gets a shot away, which is 95% of the game.
It is. It's just a clearing ball there for Macquarie University. It might come to fruition as May couldn't make the trap. It's Taggart coming forward. Strong tackle by Retford. Now out to the right-hand side, Hudson. He's the danger man. He's into the circle. That's a good tackle from Singh. And he just clears the ball up the line. 30 seconds to go in this half. As it'll just be a Macquarie Uni hit. Watson now. Out to Jones. He's got Wilson ahead of the play. Just held up the pass and probably allowed Macquarie to get down that line. But it'll be half time here.
It's a turnover that you don't really need there. You just need to read the clock there. But great performance from Ryde in the first half. And Macquarie a little bit shell-shocked walking off. They'll need to regroup with their coach at half time to make a comeback in the second half here.
So Ryde lead this one 4-1 at half time. We'll be back in 5 minutes for the second half. Back here for the third quarter. It's a Premier League 3 grand final. Ryde leading 4-1. I'm Dave Moore here with Pete Bush. Josh Robson's got 2 goals so far, but it's Macquarie University getting the ball rolling this quarter. A reminder as well, the PL2 grand final starts at 2 p.m. It's Ryde taking on Moorebank, and at 4 o'clock the game of the day, it's PL1, Ryde up against Uni New South Wales. But if you're Liam Dixon, half-time, what's the team talk?
I think the next goal is the most important goal of the game. That will, if we can get a bit of momentum into our play, I think that will be very good, because Macquarie University have come back from a disadvantage a few times this year and have been overall the best team in the year. But here we go again, Josh Robson. Here's
Robson looking forward. He's got a hat-trick. It's a great goal there. He rode the challenge, and he's got 3. Ryde have 5.
That's a cheap turnover in the middle of the park there. It could be a card for that tackle there. Would have been a short corner, but really well ridden by Robson as he's come forward, and he's finished that very, very professionally. Goalkeeper probably a little bit slow coming out to close him down.
Did well there. Yeah, that's a challenge. He rode well and
changed his line to get a good strike on the ball, and he did very, very well for a younger player there.
Unfortunately, it looks like Tanner Singotta's pretty sore at the moment.
Well, that would have been the exact opposite of what they had spoken about at half-time at Macquarie University. They would have been wanting to have a solid start to that quarter, but that's really a cheap turnover and really well pounced on by the Ryde attackers.
So back underway there after the goal and then the injury break. Kennedy now on the left, gets it back. You can see Ryde's forward group have done, they gave away the free hit there, but they've sort of closed down that back group at every opportunity.
It's the speed of the Ryde forward group has been a bit of a decisive factor here. They're just able to quickly close down the opponents.
As here comes Macquarie University, it is their goal scorer. That's a penalty corner there. That's Callum Nicol winning that one. So chance for the instant reply.
Well played by Callum Nicol there. Big penalty corner, this one.
You know, student teams, you know, if they get their tail up, they can quite easily get 2-3 goals in a rush.
Well, historically, the games between these two teams have been very high-scoring affairs, very strong attacking units. It's just been the speed of the Ryde attackers today that's been the difference.
Simmons over the ball, looks for the variation, gets it back here. It's well run down by Jones, and Phelan comes back for Ryde, but he's given the ball away. He's worked it into the circle, and it's a free hit there, and it's a green card for hitting the stick away. We have a look at replay of that short corner.
Again, it's just the speed of the play from Macquarie Uni. Still a little bit under speed for the game.
So you did feel that was a big moment sort of in the game.
They had an opportunity there through the corner.
Retford now, he can look forward. It's Wilson working hard for him. He's got it in the T spot and does draw the foot there. Smart play from Wilson. It was just simple play from Ryde there.
Very simple play. Defender not really low enough there to protect his feet, so that was it was quite an easy play from the Ryde attacker. It was the width and the speed of the ball movement from Ryde there was really caught the Macquarie University defender out there. If they're able to get a goal here, this could be a really big turnaround from one end to the other there, from penalty corner to penalty corner.
We did know that we thought Macquarie Uni penalty corner battery would be pretty strong today, so Ryde have done well in their defence. Ryde have got a couple from their penalty corner battery, whether, not exactly by the rule book, but So it's out to Jones. He looks for the variation this time. May just took a bit too much time on that flick and allowed Kennedy to run it down.
Yeah, just a little bit slow there in the execution of variation. Good slip from Jones to the left. There's quite a big gap, but the pace on the slip was probably a little bit slow.
Probably just needed to not make that trap, just needed to make it a one-time movement. Robson just numbers winning out there for Macquarie. There's a card coming for Campy there. Pretty consistent sort of, I think, last couple of challenges, just umpires making sure that nothing gets out of hand. So, it's a time for Macquarie Uni that they've got that extra player advantage, hold the ball, make the right defence work.
That's much better play there, moving the ball quicker to the outside.
Jones just getting front position at that time.
We need to see some movement from Macquarie University here around in the circle there. Just keep moving, looking for some variations, trying to get the corner. That's excellent defending.
Well done by Retford, but it'll be spot in the free hit in the similar spot. Newton to take. He looks for Hudson. Once again, Retford winning that contest. Jones winning the second one. But it's turned over. Hudson now taking it forward. Out to Newton. Gets through Maltman, and it's a penalty corner there.
That's a poor tackle.
Been consistent all day with that call.
Yep, that's a good umpiring from Tom Carter there. The player was turned well, just came off his foot and made a pirouette and quite a bad stick tackle there.
I think Maltman claiming he's just an old guy, couldn't turn around that quickly, but you always try and claim it to the umpire.
Always got to try something. Never works, but you've always got to try something.
So it's just a change at the top here from Macquarie University. Angus Marr setting up 7 goals to his name this season. Not the trap they were after though. May, can he take it quickly? Looks long, trying to find Robson. That's a good trap. Looking inside for McIntyre there, but Kennedy read that well. Macquarie got their numbers back in defence there pretty well.
They did well there. It was good reception from Robson on the overhead. They probably needed to not use the overhead there. There were some simpler outlets that would have allowed for a little bit more pressure to be built there.
That's Kennedy, nice skill. Now it's just switching the play. Still going forward here, Macquarie Uni. Just onto the foot there of Grice. Taking that free hit quickly. Play on's a call. The free hit was outside the 25, so you're able to hit it straight in. Jones just winning that tackle there and just clearing it.
Very, very good patient defending there by Alex Jones. You don't need to get the first tackle, you just need to stay in the contest there. And he's done that beautifully, and then probably could have had a little bit more time on his clearance, but they had no higher players there, the Ryde team. The important that Macquarie Uni are able to capitalise on this period of pressure.
So it's Uni just running it onto the stick of Jones. Russell just not able to make the trap there. It's probably thinking about the next 2 phases of that attack.
Got to make the simple trap first. Probably needed to move the ball quickly there because now Ryde have got 11 players behind the ball again, and everyone has a man-on-man assignment.
So it's Kennedy's had a lot of possession this quarter. Timpers does well, gets it back out to Retford. It'll come to Robson, just puts it to space. It's going to be a foot race. It's between Nicol and McIntyre. Nicol just smart positioning.
It's good defensive work there. Didn't need to leave his feet there. That was poor. The last thing you do is got to be the best thing. He didn't need to leave his feet there. He still had the dominant position there.
As Russell takes it in, it's almost deflected through. Can McIntyre get the shot away? Just couldn't quite get it under his control.
To move the ball quickly here, that's well played.
It's Hudson over the ball. It's got a 2-on-1 on the keeper, and it's a goal. Callum Nicol has his second. Macquarie Uni needed that goal. They're right back in it.
Yeah. Again, the defender has left his feet there. Probably needed to stay in the contest. That's clever work by the attacker. And Nicol makes a big lead all the way down the middle of the field. Really put in the big effort and has finished nicely.
So Uni are right back into this one. They do need that next goal though. We said they've got that ability to get 2, 3, 4 goals in a row in quick succession. So
that
6 minutes.
Should improve their confidence now, Macquarie University. If they can get another goal quickly after that, then the game becomes again more of an open affair. Another
long ball. They've got goal side again here, Macquarie University. Nicol's at highest again. They've just I think they've said it was a foot here. As we have another look at that goal, May went to ground, which opened up the space for Mac Uni, and a sliding in there was Callum and Nicol.
Great second effort there by Nicol through the middle of the park there to make that space there to be the outlet for the goal. Well, if this goes in, then the game is really up for grabs in the last 5 minutes of the third and going into the fourth quarter.
5 minutes ago in the third quarter. Well done by May, just to close it down. And again, Hudson still on the ball. That's a great tackle from May 3 times.
You'd have to say the Macquarie University have certainly had the opportunities with their corners today, but really just haven't been able to capitalise. Have had more corners than Ryde.
It's a 16 to Ryde. You can see the Macquarie University crowd definitely have their interpretation of the rules.
Yeah, there's always a different interpretation according to which colour shirt you're wearing. It's always good for the game. Lots of advice for the officials.
Maltman just up the sideline. Can he find Robson, who's got front position here? Could give it back to Robson. I'm still going forward. That's another push.
There. Could be a corner. It's unlucky.
Very unlucky not to get a penalty corner there.
Yeah, really good hold-up play by Robson, and was able to move the ball out of the defender's reach there a couple of times and lure the defender forward into a not the best tackle you've ever seen. Just the speed of the change of play from Ryde there to get the ball down the line to Robson has probably been the difference in the game today. It's just the speed of the ball movement from the younger Ryde players.
Just Munro over it, looking up the line, trying to find Hudson. That's a good turn on the move. But May wins that first one, but it's just onto his body, so it's a free hit. Hudson will take. Goes to 5. It's an advantage given, still going, and they've taken that advantage there, Macquarie Uni. As McIntyre now for Ryde, going forward, Robson.
Oh, great goal kicking.
Great tackle there by Fairburn.
Excellent goal kicking.
That's Robson, looks to be pretty sore there.
Have a look at that. It looked like all stick.
Got ball and all.
Very good goalkeeping there by Fairburn.
Back to live footage here, 2 minutes 25 to go, as Robson does look to be coming from the pitch. There. Oh, nice skills from Singh. And again, he can get his head up, use his pace, it drives it into the circle.
Good defending there.
Good defending from
Well
Monroe.
played from Singh on the outside there. Just stood up his defender nicely there with the in and away.
Important 2 minutes here. Phelan out to May. He's worked his way into the circle. Yeah, no advantage there. Bryce now over it. Macquarie Uni got 10 behind the ball, still keeping Hudson as a high striker. In case they get a turnover like they do here, they're looking for him, but Grice read that as well. Goes back to Jones.
Yeah.
Tempest looks for a redirect. But it's out to Ma now. 90 seconds to go here in the quarter. Macquarie Uni coming forward. They're into the edge of the circle, deflected just wide. Penalty stroke and a card.
Let's have a look
It's a
at that
yellow
one.
card. 10-minute card for Jones.
Yeah, as soon as the defender leaves his feet in the circle like that, it's always going to be a problem. It's a beautiful pass. Yeah, no, there's no issues with that one. Every time the defender leaves his feet on purpose in the circle, it's going to be a stroke. And a card there too. That's a fair enough decision.
So, big moment here in the game. Hudson over it. Goes the wrong way and is saved by Cheong.
I think he'd like that penalty stroke over again. He really didn't sell it at all to the goalkeeper. He's just fallen on top of it.
So May just clearing the lines, but there's still about 9.5 minutes here of Macquarie Uni with an extra player advantage. So they'll have that momentum with that extra player at the start of the fourth quarter. Out to Campy now for Ryde. Can they get a last penalty corner themselves? Although time should just run out.
Need to look at the clock here.
It's 5 goals to 2. It's three-quarter time. And Aidan Chong, that vital interception there.
Is that penalty stroke? I'm wondering. Hopefully it won't come back to bite Macquarie University. Had the goalkeeper going one way, and then just pushed it to him. That's very unlucky.
We'll be back in 2 minutes for the fourth quarter. Back here for the fourth and final quarter. Ryde holding the scoreboard advantage, 5 goals to 2 in Premier League 3, but Macquarie Uni have the player advantage for the next 9 minutes. Thanks Alex Jones getting a 10-minute yellow card. His blushes though were saved. Aidan Chong, vital save.
It's going to be a very interesting fourth quarter here. If it had got that penalty stroke away, 5-3, 5-2, they still have enough time to make a competitive game of this.
As McIntyre couldn't quite make the trap there, but Ryder would just be happy to have the ball to the right of screen at the moment for as much of the next 8-9 minutes.
Ryde will need to be compact here. Their key defender is missing, so I'll just need to just keep aware of their assignments, with 2 strikers now.
And conversely, Macquarie Uni, like they are here, needing width from their striker line, force the Ryde defenders. Do they stay inside or do they come out and mark their, those attacking players?
I think they've got to keep them on the outside there, just to shore up the centre, and keep the Macquarie Uni players on the outside.
So it is a free hit. It's taken quickly. And it still going into the fight, and it's just a penalty.
Macquarie University. Haven't quite got a decision here
There's
yet.
a bully there.
Okay.
It's a very rare bully here.
Yeah, don't see this very often.
A competitive bully in hockey. Good to see it coming out on grand final day.
Quite sure what happened there.
I think it was just an inadvertent whistle, it looked to be. I don't think Watson knows what to do, but they played it.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Back of the stick there from Taggart. Umpire in right position there, right over the ball. They're looking long for Robson again. That's a good pick.
Very, very important trap there.
That was well done by Kieran Nicol. Good tackle from Retford. Just back of the stick. Looking long. May, though, in front position.
Ryde falling away to the halfway line here, giving Macquarie University possession, but trying to be as compact as they can through the middle of the park. You can see them keeping all the players on the outside. University going to need to look for an overload and then move the ball quickly here. And that's good defending by Ryde. They've created that turnover through good defensive pressure.
So Ryde are just happy to clear the lines at the moment, really, and just,
They really need to look for a centre striker as a hold-up player there.
And it'll be interesting to, they're playing the game of chicken at the moment with the overheads in, taking the goal side position, forcing Macquarie Uni defenders to trap it, and
looking for a defensive error, aren't they? Really?
You can see Ryde's just taken off their 2 strikers, so they're looking long again for Russell, but it's well done once again, Kieran Nicol. And as much as anything, they've just forced Macquarie to have 4 in their defensive half.
Macquarie University now with 2 high strikers camped in the Ryde 16 all the time. Difference is the Ryde defenders seem to have front position. Well, that's a very good pass.
Well done for Hudson, that's a good tackle there. Munro takes it quickly. Macquarie Uni coming forward, just out wide though at the moment. That's Will Collins in possession.
Well played.
Did well. Munro now forward again. Just redirected from Wilson. But it'll be Macquarie Uni again with the ball. Owen Logan in possession. Now out to the right-hand side for Regan Simmons. Free hits outside the 25. So
You need to be patient here, Macquarie University, and just increase the ball speed. They're making the space, but the ball's just moving a little bit too quickly from side to side, too slowly from side to side.
So about 6 minutes of that yellow card have elapsed now. This is about a minute to go, I think, in the fourth.
Yeah, victory for Ryde if
quarter.
they can not concede a goal with the 10-minute yellow card.
5-3 would have made it a really different complexion.
Very, very different. The penalty stroke could be a, and really the penalty stroke plus the short corners. Really, Uni haven't taken the advantage of the corners they've had. They've had more penalty corners than Ryde, but haven't converted really at all.
So Ryde just sitting back at the moment as we forecast, controlling that middle of the pitch. Macquarie Uni trying to get that width from their attacking midfielders. There's Paul Newton over the ball. Munro's got goal side. Looks across the face. Just not able to make the track. That was Patrick Nicol, but he's got the ball.
Well recycled there.
Declan Russell missing the track there.
Tricked himself there a little bit, the Ryde player coming forward. Good turn. Good turn by
Turning
Nicol.
forward. Free hit given. That was well won by Chris Taggart. Well, they look long into the circle. They have it taken a touch, and it's well done by Chong
Good
again.
save there.
I think it was Patrick Nicol maybe been with a deflection there.
A little bit more direct from Macquarie University there. They get a good deflective shot away.
Munro just, it's a long corner. Good pressure from Robson there.
Good effective defending there from Robson. Was able to close the ball down really quickly.
Under 10 minutes to go in this game.
Another goal here would make the last 10 minutes very interesting.
Would indeed. And they've got that deflection, and it's just over the crossbar.
Very well played there from Macquarie University. Just up top of the crossbar. Interesting to see how Ryde played this, our defence. Very good clearance from the overhead there.
Singh going forward. Yeah, I thought that did draw a foot. They finally got that overhead, just the clearing one to find a player there. Watson takes. Back to Phelan. Just force up the guts. That's a Ryde free hit, just dangerous into Wilson it was.
A bit lucky there, a bit of a 50-50 pass.
Singh over the ball, that's a nice turn, and again into the circle.
Yep, can't play it from there. Macquarie University going to have to put a couple of players high now to try and create some sort of...
Very, very close to picking the pocket was Robson.
Again, the width is good, but it's just the speed of the ball move is not quite quick enough to allows the Ryde defence to shuffle across very quickly and just keep compact through the middle of the park there.
The halfway mark here of the fourth quarter. No goals in this quarter so far. May looking long. Robson's got position this time, and he's one-on-one with the keeper. It's a good tackle from Fairburn, but it's only so far as Watson. And it's still going Watson. It's across the face, and that should have been deflected home from McIntyre.
You have to give credit to Fairburn there. That's his second really good tackle outside of the circle there, where he's taken Robson one-on-one.
That could have been a big moment. That would have made it 6-2, and you start writing the name down. But still, 3 goals.
Engraving the trophy there. So it's just need to be patient. Jones is back on the field now, so that shouldn't really calm the Ryde players down with their leader back on the field there. I think they've probably lacked a little bit of his leadership in the past 10 minutes there. He's a bit of a quiet, bit of a more experienced head there too, just to keep the players on the straight and narrow without having any quick turnovers.
So it's just a missed trap. Can Ryde turn it over? They're just gone back to Caden and Jones. Back to Caton there. It's a good 1-2 play. McIntyre just confronted by Logan. Uses his pace to the outside, but it's just back of the stick on the initial pass. So it's a free hit to Macquarie. It is now or never time for the students.
They really need to stretch the Ryde players out here.
Looking up the sideline, and it's Robson there. You'd have to be pretty close to best on ground. He's got 3 goals, but it's just offensive work rate.
He's his closing down has been exceptional, just in terms of his positioning too. He's been quick to the defensive role, but he's also not just run at the player. He's moved on a good attacking line there to make sure he wasn't eliminated at any stage. So that's really good play for a young player.
Caton winning a free hit. Getting it back into the circle. Just McIntyre wasn't quite ready for that one, and it was cleared. And Newton's clearance just dangerous. So Ryde in no real rush to take this one. Time's their friend here.
It's play smart now, but they seem to be wanting to go for the jugular.
So Grice, Jones over the ball. Macquarie Uni just putting a bit of pressure on, but Jones looking for Singh. Couldn't quite connect it, but Singh's had a pretty good game as well for Ryde.
Very good game at left defender there. He's been his skill on the ball has been excellent. He's more than that. His defensive positioning has been strong. He hasn't been beaten on the outside, and he hasn't let the attackers turn the corner into the middle.
Here comes Hudson. Can he get the shot away? Well saved by Chong. And it's I think there's a whistle there. It's a free hit against. Got a feeling it may have come off the. Oh no, it looked to be stick there. Seeing on second look that Macquarie are asking for a foot. So Ryde almost countering forward. As McIntyre's got a yellow card to his name, so he'll spend the rest of the game off.
Few minutes there.
I
think that just shows the difference between the two teams today has been the speed of the Ryde players coming forward, and they've been able to receive the high balls and be an effective threat with them.
Uni putting numbers forward now. It's half a chance again, but it's well done by Chong just to deny Callum Nicol there. As they've taken off the goalkeeper here, Macquarie Uni. So Fairburn coming off the pitch. A reminder though that no field player has body privileges anymore. So
never really certain about the pulling the goalkeeper. I think I've only ever seen it work once.
That's Timpers now, the youngest player on the field, still an under-15s player in his first year of men's hockey. Phelan, he's got Maltman up high, and pretty happy to just play it in the corner, getting the free hit there. 3 minutes to go here. Maltman. Maltman in possession.
Yeah, probably not as high as the Macquarie University player has intimated there, but could have gone either way, that one. Interesting to see how Ryde play the last 2 minutes 40 here.
Caden's pretty happy to go into the circle. And it's good to get that final goal to seal.
You do want to finish with a goal.
I think Caden's got space behind him, but tries to utilise Phelan there. It's Munro though. Mars working hard ahead of the play. Can they work it towards him?
Just a little bit slow with the release through the play there.
Sideline hit though. Mar does take. Grice though in possession and wins that free hit. So 2 minutes to go here. It does look like Ryde will go back to back.
Really to see the difference between the two teams there. It's the speed of the Macquarie University coming forward as opposed to the speed of the Ryde team coming forward. It's been quite startling, and it's been the big difference in the game. And this young man has done a very good job up high today for Ryde.
So
would have been an interesting final quarter if that penalty stroke had have gone in. I think that could really well have been a turning point in the game.
This is a good tackle from May there. Russell was trying to get in on the goal scoring action there. They've kept it in there, has Logan. That's a Macquarie Uni free hit. A bit of argy-bargy there.
I think at 2-5 you don't really want to be lifting your hands and pushing people.
Newton's had a tough at the office there, and
silly play really from both players there. Game that's been played in good spirits.
I think Declan Russell was about $1.001 to get a card today. You know, according Alex May just undercutting that one. 20 seconds to go here. Ryde will be crowned Premier League 3 champions. Neither team going to get the ball, so this could well be
it. I think the players are shaking hands already. So it's a really well deserved game. Well played from Ryde today. Second place in the table, but coming out real dominant winners today here in PL3 rather.
Josh Robson leading the way with 3 goals. Alex Jones and Liam Phelan a goal each. Callum Nicol 2 from Macquarie Uni, but it's Ryde Huntershill 5, Macquarie Uni 2. The Panthers back-to-back premiers in Premier League 3. We'll have the presentation on the field coming up shortly.
You have to say the real difference today has been the pace of the game from Macquarie University as opposed to Ryde. Ryde have moved the ball very quickly. They've been very compact through all their lines, and when they turn the ball over, they move quickly forward. And it was the pace of the ball movement really killed Macquarie University today. Heat wouldn't have helped, but the youth of Ryde really triumphed today over some of the more experienced players from Macquarie University. I think we'll see some of those Ryde youngsters pushing up into PL2 next year for sure.
And do stick around. Premier League 2 is coming up next at 2 p.m. Ryde 5, Macquarie Uni 2 in this one. Next up, it's Ryde versus Moorebank. We'll come back for the presentation.
Too tight. This is too tight. Two's in the finger, in the hand, please. This is too tight. Back to back. Right, boys. Right on 3, boys. 1, 2, 3. One, baby. Here you go. Back to back. Too tight. Alright, boys. Well done. Good, boys. Thank you. Go. 3 tight. 3 tight. 3 goals. 2 teams don't go around on the side. No, do it in the shed. Great save. Hang on the spot. Down the spot where Tongy saved it. Josh, come here. Hey, what we say on Wednesday, right? We say Wednesday we walk onto the pitch proud and we leave the pitch proud, right? Who's fucking proud? We are proud. Relentless. What a fucking great hockey. Not a great speech.
Awesome football.
Mate, fucking relentless. No, what do we want to be? Relentless? Yeah. Will we be relentless? Yeah. Oh, it's breaking well. Alright, let's thank our crowd, boys. Let's thank our crowd. Let's go. Started off, boys. 2 more to go. 2 more to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. God, that's loud. Can you turn that down, please? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to do the presentation now. I just asked the Macquarie Uni guys if they could come out here, and if the Ryde guys can come on this side. Thank you very much. Turn it down.
Beg your pardon?
If I end up in your way, just give us a shoe.
Yeah, sure.
It's the Macquarie guys to come and join me out here, thanks. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know me, my name is Bruce Cook. I'm the Vice President of Sydney Hockey, and I'm also the Chair of the officiating. So it means on days like today, I'm probably the most hated person around the field because I avoid the umpires. I have to say my apologies for whatever you saw it. The man over there in the green hat, thanks for your advice, I really appreciated it. I have to make one confession. I do have a conflict of interest before I present today. I'm a graduate of one of these institutions and it's not Ryde Hockey Club, so I'll just let you know that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very close tussle this year. Macquarie Uni finished minor premiers. In the round season, they actually played Ryde on 2 occasions, and both occasions they won 4-3. So it's been a very close competition all year, and the sentiment and the intent today was clearly there. Probably the difference was the 2 early goals by Ryde, which then put them into catch-up mode. And I think that's always a hard thing to do. So the real winner today, I think, is Sydney Hockey. Thanks for your support. I apologise I couldn't organise the rain that we had last weekend. I know Ryde wanted a boggy field because they got used to it last weekend. They wrote to me during the week and said we'd like no facilities, boggy field and too much water. So I'm sorry guys, I didn't organise that. Okay, could I have the Macquarie Uni captain come forward please?
I'd just like to thank Sydney Hockey. What a good season they put on. Ryde, you guys have been great all year. That was really tight. So congratulations to you guys. And boys, you couldn't get over the line, but tried your best. And thanks to all the maggots that came out today. Really appreciate it. Dixon. Cal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryde. Now, Ryde have a team in every grand final this weekend. I hope this isn't a trend. Greg, the only thing I would say is I've officiated a number of your games this year, and my record said any time I've been here, you haven't lost. So don't let that be said again, okay?
Give you a medal.
So, guys, well done. Can I have your captain come forward, say a few words?
Good.
First of all, Sydney Hockey, thanks. It took a couple of years, but we finally got a season, 4 games. Macquarie, a good hustle tonight, and great games throughout the season. So, congratulations, but it's been tough, and huge proud of that. Our boys, mate, what are legends. There's not just the 16 people sitting here, but we use probably 20, 24 throughout the season. So big shout out to the guys who come up and go down. 30 up here in the top. So big shout out to the boys who come up and down. It really makes a big difference. And finally, thanks to the supporters, particularly the mums and the dads and the wives and daughters and sons, everyone who comes out and makes this possible and gives us a chance to play. So thanks for that. And well done, boys. Alright, what on lads? Lockie. Big lock. Big deck. Josh Rotten! Liam. Big deal. Colonel. Alex May. German. Campy. Workhorse Campy. Chico. Big Seth. Chongy. Well done, buddy. Sammy.
Chongy, well done.
Bowman. Alex Jones. Chris Corcoran. And finally, Super Coach, Big Greggy. Well done, mate. Yeah. Thanks. So, thank you. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game of hockey is played with 2 teams of 11. For grand finals, we have 2 technical officials. The TO for this weekend was Corinne Rochester. Corinne, if you'd like to come out. And Graham Cartwright was her assistant. And the 2 umpires today were Tom Carter and Cooper Alderton. Thank you. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Has he ever done one before? Thank you.
Facebook, so if you need to put your makeup on, it's nice time. You got the makeup, got it. Someone get a stick. We have to show them. Someone got a stick. Shit, I don't know what to do, though. Was it fucking get into it? Get in and drop you. Keep on, huh?
Everywhere we go! Everywhere we go! People want to know! People want to know! Who we are! Who we are! Where we come from! Where we come from! So we tell them! So we tell them! We are the Panthers! We are the Panthers! The mighty, mighty Panthers! The mighty, mighty Panthers! We wear black and white! We wear black and white! We are dynamite! We are dynamite! I said, everywhere we go! Everywhere we go! People want to know! People want to know! Who we are! Who we are! Where we come from! Where we come from! So we tell them! So we tell them! We are the Panthers! We are the Panthers! The mighty, 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 mighty Panthers! The mighty, 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 mighty Panthers! We wear black and white! We wear black and white! We are dynamite! We are dynamite! We are black and white! We are black and white! We are dynamite! We are dynamite! Woo-ha! Hey-da! Woo-ha! Hey-da! Woo-ha! Hey-da!